Okay, Kanisha, so did the little boy die? So that is a good question. I'm going to show you, I posted the last paragraph up here on the last page. It says, we're going to read it together, okay? It says, one evening, the mother read the little boy to sleep with a fairy story from the book the wise old witch had given him at Christmas. Do you remember who the wise old witch is in the story? Tell me who that is in the story. It's not really a witch. Who is it? Okay. All right. So the wise old witch is the narrator's mother-in-law. So it's her husband's mother. Okay. So that's who the wise old witch is. It's not really a witch, but remember, this is supposed to be told like a fairy tale. So there have to be fairy tale characters. Good. Okay. So, of course, the wise old witch gave him a book, and the next day he pretended to be the prince who braves the terrible thicket of thorns to enter the palace and kiss the sleeping beauty back to life. So, this is great because, again, this is a fairy tale, and in fairy tales, this is a happy thing, and we want children to pretend and play make-believe, but not in this story, because this story does not, in fact, actually have a happy ending. So he dragged a ladder to the wall. This is the little boy. The shining, coiled tunnel was just wide enough for his little body to creep in. Do you know what tunnel they're talking about? Did you visualize that?
Okay, Raymond, thank you. So, can you hear me right now? Okay, so with this, you want to look at what typically the errors the writer made. Obviously, if you don't feel like the writer made any errors, you don't have to select any, but I'm going to give you a hint that there's at least one. So what you need to do is just read through that and determine what errors they did throughout this conversation. Do you have any guesses into what they might have?
All right, so in this case, it's not a green tunnel. It's, it says here, the shining coiled tunnel. So that tunnel is made up of, I'm going to go back a page. Okay, listen to this description, okay? This is the description of what I'm talking about here. It says, it was the ugliest but most honest in its suggestion of the pure concentration camp style, no frills, all evident efficacy, meaning it was the most efficient. Placed the length of walls, it consisted of a continuous coil of stiff and shining metal serrated into jagged blades, so that there would be no way of climbing over it and no way through its tunnel without getting entangled in its fangs, which is a metaphor. It's not really meaning fangs, it's meaning the barbs on the wire. There would be no way out, only a struggle getting bloodier and bloodier, a deeper and sharper hooking and tearing of flesh. The wife shuddered to look at it. You're right. So they liked the way that method of protection looked. Because, right, so I'm drawing you this beautiful picture here. Do you see my picture on this page? Isn't it pretty? So here's the wall here. Okay, solid wall. And then there's barbed wire, a coil of barbed wire on top of the wall. And then, you know, the barbed wire has like, you know, jagged pieces of metal, just like fish hooks, you know, coming off of it. And so the little boy, hold on one second, because I'm going to find you a real